Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Basement Sesh, presenting Devin Sherman.
Everybody knows Benny. He's a real good dude. They know he'll take it on the chin if they ever get rude. He just puts on that easy smile while his mouth fills up with blood. And they pat him on the back and they call him Bud. And he told me once that when you break a good man's heart, the anger begins to turn him. He'll stop hiding all his scars. Somehow he keeps it all together, and that's what everyone can see. They know he'll be the one to call and listen when they need. If he doesn't send a message asking how's your day, they know he'll reach out sometime, so they'll wait and wait and wait. And I asked him what would happen when you break a good man's heart. He said, you might not, you ever know if you never listen. What the hell has to happen for these people to understand that good people like Benny might also need a friend? Put your ear to the ground, try to listen if you can. What the hell has to happen? God, I wish someone would understand. We haven't heard from him in a while now. Is he sick or did he move? He always holds it together, and we all know he's a real good dude. And maybe when he's ready, he'll get back in touch with us then. We can always count on Benny to be there when we need a friend. And he told me once that when you break a good man's heart, he'll have to leave you in the dust and let it all fall apart.
Devin. So, who's Benny?
Benny's a fictional character that I just kind of made up to represent any person, myself, you, anyone who kind of feels put off by their friends, like they're not like reaching out to them. You always have to like make contact just to engage your friends, you know?
All right. So, like, is there like a reason you wrote that song, or is it just something you felt one day, wrote? Like, how's that work?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's part of just being this age, you know, a 30-something. But, you know, once you kind of get out of school and out of college and out of all those natural environments that put you in front of people to, like, kind of create friendships, it gets a hell of a lot easier to kind of just retire into your home, into your house, and not spend time with friends. So you really have to make an effort. And I guess, you know, I've felt this off and on throughout the years where it's just like, man, I haven't talked to my friends in a while, you know? And I'm like, they haven't talked to me either, you know? Just kind of that heartbreaking feeling of like, man, why aren't people reaching out to me? And sometimes it's easy to take it personal, but I realize that I'm every bit as guilty of not reaching out to friends when I could be.
All right, so that's your song about Benny. What's your next song?
So the next one I got is a tune called Think Again, and this is from a little simple album I did last year, just guitar and vocals, and it's called Devin Sherman Does a Demo. It's on the interwebs. So this is the tune. It's called Think Again. You'll get the idea. It's just kind of about looking back at the places you've lived and things you've done in your life to get inspiration to move forward. So here we go. Driving southward to Mansfield on the new 99. All these old pictures rolling through my mind of the winters in these mountains covered in sunshine and snow. There was a lifetime I lived, a lifetime ago. Look back, think again of the places you've been, the old homes you lived in, and the strangers you called friends. If you think you've forgotten where to begin, don't forget to look back and think again. There's a city way down south, an oasis of heat, where you can be anybody you decide you want to be. I haven't lived there in a decade, but it still reminds me now to never quit working and thinking for myself. Look back, think again of the places you've been, the old homes you lived in, and the strangers you called friends. If you think you've forgotten where to begin, don't forget to look back, think again. I miss the town where the rivers kick up the rust, a million hard-working people break their backs or go bust. And I still remember every godforsaken road. And if I ever get back, it's gonna feel like coming home. Look back, think again of the places you've been, the old homes you lived in, and the strangers you called friends. If you think you've forgotten where to begin, don't forget to look back, think again. Don't forget to look back and think again.
So, you said we can find you on the interwebs.
Yeah.
Is there like an exact website, anything you want to give us real quick? We can throw up a link, whatever, later, but like...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just my name, DevinSherman.com. That's Devin with an I, Sherman like the tank.com. I've got all my videos, all my shows, everything's up there. Of course, I'm on Facebook, Devin Sherman Music, and I've got YouTube and all that stuff. All those links can be found on my website.
All right, but no TikTok.
You know, I'm getting started on TikTok.
That's just me calling you
next week.
Fine. So, you want to give us a little bit of your background, a little bit of your influences? What do you want?
Yeah.
Just talk about some of your stuff real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. So I started out like a lot of guitarists, just, listening to AC/DC and Jimi Hendrix and saying like, God, I want to do that, So I started taking lessons, learning how to do all that fun stuff, and playing music by ear. And and whatnot, just all the rock and roll and blues that I could, handle at the time. And then I decided when I was going to college I was going to go for music, so I had to learn how to play classical guitar. And so I went to school at Mansfield University of Pennsylvania, go Mounties. And I fell in love with classical guitar there. So I started really getting into playing solo classical guitar, chamber music with other instruments and things like that. And I ended up going to do my master's at the University of South Carolina. Go Cox. And so I did that, got my master's degree, and decided I was just going to try to stand on my own feet as a classical guitarist. Moved to Pittsburgh, did a lot of like contemporary chamber music and stuff like that there. All the weird stuff too, just like weird like instrumental improvisation, got into that. So I did that for a while out in Pittsburgh. Then I moved back to Pennsylvania, Bedford. And, classical guitar doesn't really thrive in that region. So I went back to my roots, the old rock, the blues, started digging into the whole acoustic musician, singer-songwriter thing. And that's been what I've been doing basically since 2019, just really digging into this, writing my own music and doing the acoustic musician thing.
So kind of just like finding yourself from everything you've learned, like coming back to your roots, learning where to go next with your journey.
Yeah, full circle.
Full circle.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, well, what do you got next for us?
So this is another tune from my last album. It's a blues song, the only real blues song I've ever written. And this is about owning up your screw-ups, blues tunes are always a lot of times talking about how someone else makes your life suck. Well, this is called My Own Damn Blues, and how I can get rid of my woman and make my own troubles, so... So it's called My Own Damn Blues.
My Own Damn Blues by Devin Sherman. Here we go.
Walking back, baby. Back to your door, coming to tell you I don't need you no more. I got my suitcase, I got my hat and shoes. I don't need you no more, 'cause I can make my own damn blues. You told me once, baby, I'd always be your man. Now when I try to hug you, you just politely shake my hand. Where's my suitcase? Tell me where's my hat and shoes? I don't need you no more, 'cause I can make my own damn blues. Going out for a drive, woman. Out to clear my head. Ask if I could come home, and you just said, keep on driving instead. You were my woman. But curse and fight, that's all we do. I don't need you no more, 'cause I can make my own damn blues.
All right. That's actually a pretty decent thing there. So how hard is it to come back to Bedford and play as a musician, like how hard is it to come back to like your roots and figure out where to play, how you can get out and still do your thing?
The strangest part about it, to be honest with you, was I moved out right after high school and went to college, so that was 2006. And basically from 2006 to 2019, I didn't live full-time in Bedford. So the strangest part about it was moving back to a place that was home, but people had their chance to kind of like move in and move away, and new people came in and they've established their lives in that time. So I was kind of moving back into a strange environment, like I was a stranger, you know what I mean? And that was really kind of the most unsettling thing, was just feeling like a stranger in my hometown. Musically, you know, I felt pretty free because it was an exciting time to just kind of get back to all this back burner stuff. You know, I've wanted to make my own music for that whole time that I was studying and playing classical guitar, but it just wasn't a thing that I was doing, so it was always a back burner thing. So it's nice to actually get back and dig into something creative and just like, you know, see this finished product of my mental, you know, like work, you know, just kind of. So that was, it didn't feel like that was hard at all, you know, that wasn't a challenge. It was just kind of like starting to get back on my feet and feel like I was a part of the community again, and starting to get to know musicians in the area. And, you know, at this point now, I felt like I'm really, really starting to get to know people, you know, north, south, east, west of Bedford. And so it's been cool. I've felt a lot better about it here in the past, like, year and a half. Like I'm really starting to settle in again.
So did COVID like add any extra obstacles to what you were doing, or did you find it as just a chance to kind of get out a little bit and like write yourself back into music?
So the timing was kind of key there, because I moved back in middle of 2019, and I was still just kind of figuring out what I was going to do, putting together, you know, my set list for the whole acoustic thing and what kind of music I was going to play. So it was still an experimental phase. And then, you know, early 2020 hit. I hadn't really even started doing bookings anywhere, you know. So then everybody wasn't playing, and all the, you know, venues weren't booking and anything like that. So it was just kind of more time to settle in and refine. And I was getting to know musicians at the time and connecting with other people and bouncing my ideas off of them and getting ideas from them. And then when places started opening up and having music again, I was ready. So it was kind of, it was just kind of a timing thing. I don't want to say it was good timing or bad timing. It just kind of gave me the opportunity to work on my craft for a year, you know, and really have something ready when venues were ready to start booking again.
All right.
Yeah.
So what do you got next for us?
The next one. Okay, so this one, I was listening to like Phoebe Bridgers and other artists who I admire for their ability to kind of write stream of consciousness lyrics and just kind of almost just write a song out of like a diary page. And so this is my first attempt to do something in that style. So this one's called A 5-Minute Thought on a Weird Day. And it goes something like this. Sometimes the prettiest women who turn me on the most are bigger assholes than me. Sometimes I can't believe this is what I'm thinking. I can't believe myself that this is where I've come. Do you believe in me? I haven't been this free since I was 23. I signed your papers today. With a plain black pen, a tattoo needle etching in my chest, permanent ink like a butterfly to remind me I'm gonna drive for the next 30 years and get far away and keep my head clear. I'll get bored an hour in and start thinking again about being lonely and wondering who's gonna straddle me next. Who's gonna kiss my neck? Oh, well, I'll never be somebody else.
All right.
Hey.
So this is what we call the Corey Bush Challenge.
Okay.
We're going to give you 3 songs. You play whatever you can play right in a row. Nobody's going to interrupt you. Everything is just on you.
Okay.
You're going to play 3 songs. Explain what you want in between. That's all on you.
Sure. Sounds good. So this first song, it's called The Appalachian Wind, and it's about living in this beautiful region here in the northern Appalachians and how I feel connected throughout the whole Appalachians by the Appalachian Wind. Here's it go. There's a cool dark liquid swirling around. It's smoky and sweet, and it's easy to breathe, and it fills up the hollows from the Delta to the Great Lakes. You can hear it whistling 4 states away. It's the Appalachian wind that carries me down to old Carolina, like a faded postcard saying wish you were here. Hatched from Pennsylvania soil, my soul and my bones always find their way home by the Appalachian wind. If you head west from the coast, you can't help but climb these old rugged mountains that so many call home. If you drive north up the highway, they'll rise up around. These hills are your compass when you're out on the road, and the Appalachian wind carries me down to old Carolina, like a faded postcard saying wish you were here. Hatched from Pennsylvania soil, my soul and my bones always find their way home by the Appalachian wind. The music on the mountains echoes in the valleys, telling every story some folks may never say, and that's what brings us all together, 'cause there's no such thing as borders when it comes to wind and mountains and the songs that we sing. The Appalachian wind carries me down to old Carolina, like a faded postcard saying wish you were here. That's from Pennsylvania soil. My soul and my bones always find their way home by the Appalachian wind. All right. So that's the Appalachian wind. The next one is from my old album from last year. This one's called Plant a Garden. And I didn't really write a pandemic song, but I was kind of down in the dumps. And I was thinking about the idea of, kind of helping a friend kind of get out of that headspace, out of the, feeling crappy about life, feeling crappy about not seeing people. So the idea of plant a garden, join me in building this beautiful thing together. And that's what the song's all about. Plant a garden. I'm an old man. I'm a young man. I am no man. In my own land. Won't you come and plant a garden with me? What's the point of a good question when there's no one left to hear? If there's no one left to answer, don't push me away. Will you come and plant a garden with me? When the seasons are never changing and the colors are faint and gray, will you come and plant a garden with me? Will you come and plant a garden with me? All right. The last one I'm going to do is called I'm Not Dead Yet. This one's going to be like a handful of these other ones. It's going to be on the new album I'm recording right now. It's just about loving life, being alive, and being proud of it. So this one's called I'm Not Dead Yet. Scooting 80 down that skinny highway, smiling 'cause I live to see another day. Call me crazy or call me wise, I'm just soaring, baby, you know how time flies. And no, I'm not dead yet. I'm alive for every second I get. No, I'm not dead yet. I'm alive for every second I get. Are you wasting time on TV and bills? You could be out living a life that's real. So get out and breathe that fresh air. There's a real good chance you're gonna find me there. And no, I'm not dead yet. I'm alive for every second I get. No, I'm not dead yet. I'm alive for every second I get. When the world is burning, you gotta put it out. And never forget what this life's about. They said rock is dead, so I don't rock and roll. I just play that music written in my soul. And no, I'm not dead yet. I'm alive for every second I get. No, not dead yet. I'm alive for every second I get. Yeah, I'm alive for every second I get. I'm a living for every little second I get. Yeah, I'm alive for every second I get.
All right, Devin. So we have reached the end of this Basement Sesh here real quick. So first of all, we'd like to thank our sponsor, the Wilson King Podcast, for sponsoring every episode of the Basement Sesh so far. They're really great people over there. So is there any closing remarks, anything you want to give us before your last song?
No, just keep an eye on my website, on social media. Like I said, hopefully here in the late spring, early summer, I'll have this new album out. It'll have half of these songs on it. I'm really proud about the work we've been doing so far. And thank you guys for the opportunity. It was really cool. Appreciate it.
Anytime. Thank you for stopping by. And what is your last song? What's it about? How are we gonna end this?
So this is gonna probably end up being the single on the album. It's called The Village News, and it's a place in Bedford, a bar that everybody knows about. It's a place everybody goes to after they've been everywhere else.
Would you like to give one shout out to said bar or no?
Heck yeah, I always give a shout out to the Village News. Great place for lunch and breakfast.
So that's okay. That's actually the bar name. My bad. Okay.
Yep.
So
the Village
News.
Yeah,
okay.
It's a good spot. So they're in Bedford, Pennsylvania.
All right, here we go.
All right. Working 6 to 6, been wearing on me. Breaking my back and neck 8 days a week. It's a way to make a living, but I ain't got no time for friends. I'll pay my dues at the Village News, and I'll stumble home and do it all again. I'm sick and tired of the people in this town. They know everything about you and they try to keep you down. I'll stick around for a little while, but I got something up my sleeve. I'll pay my dues at the Village News, and I swear someday I'll pack it up and leave. Saving cash in a cigar box on my desk. I'm gonna buy a ticket and skip town soon as I can. The next train going south won't be leaving without me. I'll pay my dues at the village news. Then I'll ride that train to the roads and to the sea.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Devin Sherman. We will post all the links. Make sure you check this guy out. And that is one more episode of Basement Sesh. You guys have a great night.
Listen, if you like conspiracy theories, if you like aliens, cryptids, titties, if you like anything that is controversial as fuck, tune in to the Wilson King Podcast every Wednesday at 5 a.m. and Monday at 8 p.m. on Facebook.
Ow.